everybody. We are so excited to be with you today. I'm Jessica Serrano, and I'm here with my favorite person. This is my husband, Dr. Raul Serrano, and he's joining us today for this awesome webinar because really it's about our family, it's about your family, and we love to be sharing today. So we're going to give you guys just a couple minutes to go ahead and sign on. As you do, give us some thumbs up. Let us know you're here. Go ahead and enter maybe your kids' ages so we can see what your family dynamic is right now and really speak to that. And it's been a long time.
Yes, I love these. We used to actually do I don't know if you guys have seen these, but we used to do those videos called Home Team for a while. And that was fun. So I'm excited to be here together, doing another video, sharing a little bit about our family, and let's go.
Yeah, and so a little on this particular subject, my husband was saying there's some shortcomings that we have as a family, maybe some things that we don't do really well, but making moments as a family is something that we've read a lot about, we've tried out, we've experienced, and something that I think we do pretty well.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we do well here.
So it's fun to share some of those ideas with you guys. I guess let's go ahead and jump right in.
Let's do it. Let me pull this up here.
So again, this is called Making Family Moments While at Home. Now, a lot of us are in the midst of a pandemic right now, so our home is our safe place. We've been here for, 7 weeks now, but we really wanted this to be beyond the pandemic, beyond COVID-19, something that you can pull back out over the summer, on holidays, really for all the time that you're raising your children. So over the next 18 years, these are just great ideas to make home life a little bit more fun and create those lasting memories.
Yeah, and I think that one of the reasons I think we've, as a family, have done well with this because it's something that we've always thought about. We always wanted our kids to have these moments that they remember. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where we're going to start is with our family.
We're going to start with our family. So here's the crew. Man, this picture was taken a while back, but there's me and Dr. Serrano, and we have, starting with our oldest, we have Adriana, who is now 12. She's in 6th grade. Aria is 8. There's little Atlas Buddy. He's 5 years old, and our youngest is going to be 2 at the end of May. So, quite
that's
the
crew. A crew right there.
Yeah.
I look at that and I'm like, man, where does time go?
I'm not sure. So that's a little bit about our family.
Yeah, and this is where I was going earlier. I kind of jumped the gun there. That's why we were laughing about. But one of the things we always want to, the framework that we look through is we want to know, what are our kids going to remember? See, they're not going to remember the day-to-day mundane things, right? Like the everyday passing of it, they don't remember that, but they'll remember some really specific moments. And this is something that we got out of a book. It's called The Power of Moments, and we both read it. And in the book, it talks about you truly only remember 3 different experiences in your life. You remember your peak moments, you remember your transitions, and your pits. Right? So like you don't right now remember what you had for lunch last Tuesday. You probably don't remember that, but you'll remember your peak moments. What are peak moments? These are times when you've really had like a really high in your life. Like for example, if you were in middle school softball team and you won the championship, right? Like,
ooh, I was thinking graduation, wedding, but yeah, let's go with 6th grade softball.
But it's a peak moment you remember as a child, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we're talking about family. So those are peak moments you're going to remember. Weddings, stuff like that. The transitions, that's another time you're going to remember, right? Those are, like when you graduated from high school, and if you went off to college, that's a transition time you're definitely going to remember. And the pits, obviously, I think we can kind of picture what that is. That's those low moments where, hey, maybe there's a death in the family. Maybe there's a job loss. Maybe, I don't know, this time right now with this, Corona, this has been some deep pits for some people. But here's the thing. What are your kids going to remember? Are they going to remember that this was just a really down and out time? Or can you make some experiences, some peak moments that they're going to look back and say, do you remember when we got to stay home and whatever, fill in the blank that we did? And those are the moments that they're going to remember. And I believe that we can do that. We can create those peak moments.
For sure. And if you know anything about us, a little bit different personalities. I am like the planner. I like the routines and the schedules, and I do not like you messing with my plans. And then we have Raul Serrano, who's the complete opposite, that likes to change plans at the last moment, maybe.
I love plans. I just like to change them.
Yeah, lots of spontaneity, which I love about him. But that's what's great about moments. It has a little bit of both. You can actually create them, you can be intentional about them, but you can also just completely break the script, as we're going to say, to create something totally off the wall. So as we go through these categories today, we have 6 different areas that we're going to cover. So I'll run through those unless you have something you want to segue with. So our first one is family traditions. These are going to be moments that you're not only creating now, but you're going to continue to create for a lifetime. We also have these other moments that we're going to be calling breaking the script. And that's the ones that Raul loves to do. But it's when you do the unexpected. Those moments are really going to stick. Our third category is called take a challenge. And right now, social media is just plastered with challenges that are super fun for individuals, for the whole family. But it's nice, friendly community competition going on, and those are going to make some great moments. Our fourth category, we have creative spaces, which is something I really like, to redesign spaces, to think about how to utilize them. So we have some great ideas there. Right now, your home is your space, so we'll teach you how to be a little creative with that. Fifth one, we have imaginative play, and you can never be too old to throw in a costume, do some fun role playing with your kids. They're really going to love that. And then our last but not least is celebration. And this is one you have to be intentional with right now. Find the good and begin to reward it. So I can't wait to jump into some of these ideas. And you're going to notice most of these we have pictures for, because either we have done them as a family or there's something that on our bucket list. So we will be doing them soon. So if you ever want some extra details, feel free to message us and check us out, and we'll get into that.
Yeah, and as we go along, if there's something that in one of these categories that you do that it's not on the list, please put those down, because I would love to get some ideas for our family from what you've done, because I'm sure there's some good ideas out there. So the way it's going to work, we're going to put up one of them, for example, like this is a family tradition, and then we're going to give you some examples afterwards. So one of the family traditions that we have is the Ebenezer Jar. And, one of the things that I love is that if there's ever a time when we can create an experience, a peak moment, and actually refer it back or reference the Bible, I'm all in. Like, that is because now we're teaching our kids much more than just, hey, this is a peak moment. We can actually teach them scripture with it. So the Ebenezer Jar, if you know about the Ebenezer stones in the Bible, it's a time when they would, God would get them through something, or he would save them, or go through a promise, something that God got them through, and they would put these stones in remembrance or commemorating that moment. So I don't remember when this started for us, but we were in, I don't know, it was early on in our marriage, but we were at this place, and we got a stone, and we wanted to remember the moment. We probably should go back and look at the stones, and we'll see it. And I remember putting the date and a little bit of a
like Sharpie marker on the rock,
and then what was happening at the moment. And this is something that we've continued, and our kids absolutely love this. I know there's been times when I go upstairs, take out the jar, and start going through the rocks, the stones, and tell them like a story of that moment. So that's awesome. I love that.
It's a great one to put on your mantle. Super easy way. Rocks are everywhere. So when we go on trips, when we go outside, if there's something they want to say, I want to remember God's faithfulness, I want to hold on to it, we put it in our jar. And I do have directions for that. So I can definitely share if you want to make one of those at your home. Some of the other family traditions that we are currently doing that we want to continue to do, we have that Ebenezer Jar. Family walks are great. I hope that I continue to see like 50,000 people on my walk each night. It's been great. FaceTime bedtime stories is one that our Aria is enjoying. We're calling cousins and grandparents and reading stories, and I think it's so sweet. Family meetings, maybe we'll touch on that on another webinar. Something we did before this pandemic, we're doing now, and we're going to continue to do, is just have intentional conversations as a family with our kids about our weeks. And then also being a good neighbor. Great family tradition. We've seen some great things out there where we're just blessing our neighbors, we're thanking them, leaving things on their doorstep. We hope that's something that will continue for families.
Yeah, one of the things I love about this time that we're in, this lockdown or quarantine or whatever you want to call it, is the fact that God right now has done some things, right? He's taken some things off your plate. Maybe some of it has been negative, but he's also opened up opportunities for other things. And in family traditions, if you've started maybe having more family dinners, maybe walking more as a family. These are things that you probably want to continue to do. Find the things that, hey, God said, you've started this, and in your heart, you know that these are things that your kids are going to remember, whether it's 5, 10, 15 years from now. So to just make sure that you're cognizant of that as we go forward.
Yeah, and I know some of you are probably like scribbling, like taking a screenshot, but this is one of those webinars, don't worry about it. If you can stick through to the last slide, we'll actually give you a free PDF with all these great ideas in a really creative way for you to bring home. So no need to scribble all these things down. Next, we're going to be talking about breaking the script, and I'll let you maybe talk about this one a little bit. You see my husband in this video. He is wearing a pirate outfit, and we are using silly string.
Yeah, no, this was for Arya's birthday. Yeah, this was Arya's birthday, and we just dressed up. And as we were dressed up, we got some silly string. We went outside and we just literally went at it. Everybody's spraying themselves. You saw the little one there in a costume. And yeah, just breaking the script, doing something just out of the blue, different. On this day, actually, Arya wanted to get her brother Atlas with a pie in the face, and there's a video of that somewhere
on social media right now. On Facebook. Check it out. So getting messy, that's not a routine for a lot of families. Stay out of the dirt, stay out of the water, stay out of the paint. Just go for it if you're breaking the script. Some other great ones besides getting messy for breaking the script. Sleep in every room. I know we have kind of strict bedtime routines at our house, but what if we just threw those out one night and said, okay, we're going to start sleeping maybe in the kitchen one night. Maybe we'll camp out in, let's not do the bathroom.
No.
Not so fun. Office, who knows? Get fun with it. Another great one is to create a week of meals based on the first letter of that day. So we started brainstorming ideas. We got stuck on W. I think we came up with like wild caught fish Wednesday.
Yeah.
I know Taco Tuesday is just a staple in our house. That's a family tradition, but that's a great way to get involved. And then, Raul, you have to mention this next one, but have a yes day. That's definitely breaking the script. A lot of times as parents, we say no, 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 no all day long. But Raul, what does it mean to have a yes day?
Yeah, this we got from the book, The Power of Moments. But a yes day is a day where you just say yes to anything they want. And it's crazy because as parents, we sometimes...
Well, hold on. So our kids ask us to do things and we just say yes the whole time.
Yes. Yes. I know it's sometimes we think to create these peak moments, we need to have a lot of money. There has to be like this extravagant things. Sometimes it's as easy as saying, hey, let's have a yes day. And it's amazing what your kids really want. At the time when we did this, the first time, our kids wanted to take a bike ride as a family.
We were expecting like Busch Gardens, Disney, and we're like, we can't do that. Like, we're going to have to set a price limit. Like, we need to have boundaries. They literally said, can we go on a bike ride?
And then can we get ice cream?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yes and yes. Everybody was happy. Next up, take a challenge. And this is the one we said is all over social media. I'm going to have to give it to Raul again. He was experimenting with this app called TikTok. This is not a kid-friendly app, by the way. Parents, please make sure you monitor this. But it's one cool thing about it is it's inspiring families to take different challenges. So what was happening in this picture?
Yeah, Arya, I start on the ground. She jumps on my back, and from there, I have to go onto my knees as she's on my back, and then jumps up to a little bit higher on my back. And then as I stand up, she has to jump onto my shoulders. The point is that what I love about these different challenges is that they're video challenges, but they're creating creativity. They're putting creativity in our kids' brain. Like, how can we make a fun video? And yeah, it's been fun to try to create things.
So yeah, take a challenge on TikTok. That's a fun one. Definitely a memory maker. Some other fun challenges that you can do as a family is my kids love The Ground is Lava. We actually did this as a PE game with our kids at Ignite Academy. But basically, you put a bunch of things all over the room, and the ground is lava. You can't touch it. It's a real fun one. They'll remember that when they're 18 years old. Another fun challenge you guys can try is recreating your own Nailed It episode, maybe doing some baking. This cute little girl, she is not our kid, but she's so sweet. She's one of our students at Ignite Academy. I had to put her in there. She's baking strawberry cupcakes. So, so sweet. Another challenge is to do a room design challenge. We have not done this one yet, but I think it'd be really fun to say, hey kids, what do you want to do with your room? Maybe we can move some furniture. make something. I don't know. It worries me a little bit. Our baby just redesigned her room. She got a hold of markers during a nap time and redesigned the wall for us.
And I'm not going to paint it.
Fun. Okay, creative spaces is our next category. How can we use our home creatively? How can we really use any space creatively? We have been quarantining on a boat. This is the picture here. So we quarantine at home, we quarantine the boat on the weekends. We wanted to create a creative space for our toddler now while we're fishing, keep her under control. Yeah, we used a swing because who says it has to be in a tree? And it was awesome. So just thinking different ways of creating that space. She literally talks about this boat swing every single day. So this is a new memory from her childhood. Here's some other great ideas for creative spaces. Sleep in a tent outside.
Yeah, that was a bad night. I did that, and I remember in the middle of the night there was a helicopter above us, and I said, you know what? It's time to go back inside. It's 1 a.m. and there's a helicopter.
Okay. It's the thought that counts, part of the memory, right?
They woke up the next day, they're like, why are we inside?
You could build a mega fort like this one, decorate your house as a theme. This is really fun. We did this for Ari's birthday. We had a bunny theme. It was easy to go on Amazon, get some really cheap decorations, just go crazy. I actually looked up on my phone recently all of the crazy holidays in May that are coming up. Yes, there's Mother's Day, there's Cinco de Mayo, there is like Star Wars Day. I mean, who knows what we could do around the house with that one. Just take a look. I think there's Lost Sock Day, but find a way to celebrate, decorate your house just like you would a birthday party and enjoy. Another thing you could do is turn your family room into a movie theater. That's always a creative way to use your space since we can't go right now.
Oh, this one's yours. I'm not saying that. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
Yeah. So our next category is imaginative play. We talked about the dressing up piece. This was Aria's birthday party. Mimi and Papa were really great sports with dressing up for her birthday party. She's going to remember that. But a really good idea, especially if you have little girls, is to try out that Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. It's a pricey experience at Disney World. It was what Aria was supposed to do when she turned 8. We recreated it in our house. So basically I put out some of my makeup. We had glitter. We had like rhinestone stickers for her eyes, hairspray, hair up in a bun. Got dressed up just like it was this Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Look it up online. And she absolutely loved it. I think she actually said it was one of her favorite birthdays. We just brought something inside our home. Other ways for imaginative play. Play restaurant. Yes, we haven't done this, but I think our kids should serve us. I think we should have a menu.
We should.
This is on the list.
I did something similar to a restaurant. I took our kitchen and I went and got some ice cream. I wore an apron and I made like some like some what do you call those things? The toppings, the things that you put on the ice cream. And
that's how we do this a lot.
Yes. So the kids would come in like it was an ice cream shop and they would order their ice cream and I would put the toppings on there and all the whole thing. So that worked.
Very fun. And if you need nutritious ways of doing so, please contact Mr. Serrano.
It was a healthier version of ice cream and the toppings.
So other fun ways you could switch roles. Maybe your child can be daddy for a day or vice versa. Might be a fun one. I think in our family, maybe an hour would be enough, not a whole day. And then you could also have the kids stage silly portraits. Our kids are really into taking Polaroids. And I know Aria had our youngest staged for like a photo shoot and it was really cute. So maybe do some family portraits. All right, celebration. How can we find really great moments at home and celebrate them as a family? So one idea we had is to have a family award night. You can easily print out certificates, find them online, print them out on your printer. And we were thinking that the parents could come up with an award for each of their kids. The kids could come up with an award. You could get a microphone. You could present these. You could get dressed up just like the Emmys. And you could say the award goes to, and then you could present the award. So finding little nuggets of great things that are happening in your household and have that family award night. This could be every month. Maybe you could give an award a day. Make it fun for your family. Other ways to celebrate. Dance parties are fun. If you had strobe lights and lights off, lots of cool things, glow sticks. You could throw a theme party like we already talked about, host a family award night. But a really cool one and something that was inspired by the school is to list a win for each day or week. Something we did at Ignite Academy. I'm a co-founder of a school. I don't know if I mentioned that, but at that school, we do wins for all of our kids. So each day we record a great thing that they did, something that they worked really hard for. We write that in their daily take-home folder and we share that with their parents. So it's just really important for kids to have positive experiences along with those negative things that might be happening. So list your wins. So maybe the win for our 2-year-old right now is going pee-pee in the potty. Like, hallelujah, we'll write it down, let's celebrate it. But for our older kids, like, they're doing great things each day. We want to find those great things and either display them for the family, maybe hang them on the door, keep those lists of wins that they're experiencing.
Yeah, and this can also go back to the family traditions one. This is something that we talked about. We do a family meeting, but at dinner, you can, when you're having dinner, you can go around the table and say, hey, what's your win for the day? Let's find what was good today, because we know at home with kids and families, things get messy. There is sometimes bickering, or you guys, they're in our space all the time, or vice versa, whatever. But there's always a win. There's always something we can take away from that day. So that's something that.
And just the power, like, I'm thinking, it was so cute the other day at our dinner, we were talking about our wins, and one of our traditions is after the person states their win, we all clap. And it is just the cutest thing. So I think, I don't know, Atlas was sharing his win and we didn't clap. We were just kind of having conversation. You see the baby in her high chair, like, clapping. We're like, yes, we got to celebrate that. Yes. So those little moments will really make a lasting impact. Yeah. So I hope those suggestions were good for you guys. I hope you saw something that maybe you haven't seen, because bike rides and nature walks are getting old. So we're hoping that some of these things can be great memories for your family. We do want to give you that free PDF. So I created this really cool, like, bingo sheet. I think I have it right here. Here we go. So family moments at home. I took all of those bulleted points, put them on a bingo sheet. So 2 ways that you can use this awesome PDF. One, you could do bingo with your family. So you could get those 5 in a row, 5 diagonally, try to fill out the whole sheet. Another great suggestion is you could go ahead and just cut these squares out, put them in some kind of jar or box, and call it your moment bucket. And when you're needing a moment with your family, just draw one of those out of the bucket and do that as a family. So 2 great ways to use this PDF. How do you get it? If you email us, and you'll see it there, info@igniteacademy.education. And again, you have to actually write the full word education. If you just go ahead and email me, you could write moments PDF. And are you okay, Stephen?
Yeah, okay. I choked on my nose.
Moments PDF, and we'll just shoot that straight over to you. You can print it out and use it for your family. Share it with as many people as you want to. Again, that's just a free resource. Okay, thank you for sticking with us. We can't wait to hear your input. I did put a hashtag. I think I wrote Ignite Family Moments. We want to see your stuff. So if you're on Instagram and Facebook, please use that hashtag. Show us your TikTok challenge. Show us your bippity boppity, whatever you have. We really want to create a community around our kids during this time and in their futures. So thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah. And remember, it doesn't matter what's going on. You can always create these peak moments for your family. And just like we started, what are your kids going to remember 5 years from now? Are they going to remember, hey, we were just stuck at home, we were always arguing, everybody's at each other? Or are they going to remember, hey, remember that time when I jumped on daddy's shoulder? Remember that time when we sprayed silly spray, or you pied my brother in the face? Those are the things we want them to remember. So thank you guys for sticking around. And remember, in the comments, we'd love to know, what moments have you already created? We would love to take some of those. So put those in the comments, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.